Hey guys, this is Katie Francis presenting her senior enrichment project. Before we start, I just want to let you know I'm going to be as brief as possible. Turns out it's very hard to present this in under 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm going to try to be as brief as possible. I might skip out on a couple things. Hopefully my code will be explanation enough. To start off, I'm going to just go over to my website that I sent to you guys earlier on Friday. Let me just get to the home page. So here's our home page, not much to look at, but when I click on campuses, yay, we have a link of ugly campuses. If I click on, say, Harvard, we have our single campus. We have an image, we have an address, we have description, and we have the students that go to this campus. If I click on a student, Einstein Genius, it shows his email, shows his GPA, and it shows the campus he goes to. Now, if I go back to our list and say we want to get rid of one of these campuses, I choose Princeton. So if I click on the X, it's gone. And the same happens when I go to our students list. I have a bunch of students, and say Milton Brown is leaving. Bye, Milton. The forms don't work right now, unfortunately, but they're there. I'll show you an updated version where I actually fixed it. Oh, but it has validations. That's good. So now let's start with the code. Let's start with our models. I have my campus model right here, name, image, URL, address, description. I have my student model, first name, last name, email, image, URL, GPA. I have my associations, student that belongs to campus. Campus has many students. So there's that. I actually want to go over the routes that I have because I have all my routes, thankfully, and they all work. I use them in Postman. And I got my campuses, got my students. Here's a route for all campuses, single campus, post campus, update and delete. Same with students, all students, single students, post students, update students, and delete. Now, let's start from the top. I have our main.js. I have a browser router, which is surrounding our root. We're going to need the browser router for our routes, our links, and for our with router, which I'm going to need in the future, so that root's children and grandchildren have access to the props of match, location, history, all that jazz. So let me get to root. So I decided to get all my campuses, all my student props, and I put them in my root as opposed to the campus list. So here I have all campuses, and I'm accessing that from map dispatch to props, which is going to fetch campuses and students right here, which I'm importing from campus reducer and student reducer. I'm just going to just do campus reducer right now, just for brevity's sake. Campus reducer. Here we go. I have my action creators. My actions, my action creators right here. Got my thumb creators. And I got my reducers. Actually, go back to campus. Got my nav bar, which has my links. Got my routes right here. If I go to campus list, here we go. If there's nothing in my array, then I'm going to render there are no campuses. Why don't you add one? And here's my add campus form. Else, if I have campuses in my array, I'm going to map through them. It's going to be a bunch of links, a list of links. And here's my button, this.props.delete campus, which is found right here. It's going to dispatch move one campus ID, which is being imported from here in my campus reducer, which we just saw. In my single campus, got my props.campus. And here's the list. This is what's going to be mapped out when I show my single campus. Okay, single campus. Oh, actually, if we look at single campus, I have a reducer for single campus and single students. Get one campus, right here. Here's my reducer. And if I check out my combined reducer, right here, this is the key, the value. The campus is managed by the campus reducer, and whatever the campus reducer returns will be the value for campus, and etc. And here's my add campus form, which at the moment doesn't work, but I was pretty dang close. The only thing I missed was I should have put right here, I should have put name, new campus name, and address, new campus address. And in my campus reducer, in the thunk creator, I know now that the post, Axios post request has a second argument that would take new campus, and I would acquire the data from that. And actually, on that note, I'm going to check out my current. Here we go. My current code, and yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like. Data is being acquired from the post, new campus, right here, and the data and the action, it's going to dispatch this action with the data that is acquired. So if we look at the new website that I have, if I refresh it, ta-da! So if I add a name, say Doug, oops, last name Francis, what the heck, my name, Doug Francis at gmail.com. Look, it's Doug! And if I go to my campuses, oh no, what happened? Okay, there we go. If I go to here, let's say puppy daycare, great, and blah. Oh, Jersey, what the heck? And I actually have a URL right here. And I submit. Oh, there's Doug. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day and hope to see you soon.